Good evening, everybody. It's 6:22 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The temperature is a heat wave of 53 degrees in Clark County, Indiana. Well, we had on the news today, local news, that Facebook is going to build a building in Charlestown, the OICI building, and going to have so many people working there. So, have to wait and see what's going on there. So, it's going to be weird having Facebook around Charlestown, Indiana, which is on Highway 62. So, that's an update local. As I showed earlier in the video, I tell you about for public safety. I believe Clark County Police arrested him from a warrant out of Meade County. And he, like I said, go to his YouTube channel for public safety. You see his girlfriend. I guess he got arrested yesterday. I didn't look at it today since I was on here during my live stream. I was listening to RD on the scene today. I don't know which video it is. And if you notice, when you live stream, there's no videos. If you watch it again, there's commercials during his videos when you watch it later on. He don't get paid until the ads, but during maybe he's talking about Facebook, maybe, but it's one of the two. So he doesn't get paid, unless you make a donation to his YouTube channel or this and that. Right now it's sprinkling a little bit. Most of the cats is on the porch. Pretty girl mama cat still have not bring her 3 little babies back. I don't know what happened to them. But I am totally pissed at her. I even talked to Grandma Blackie. That's her grandbabies. I said, Mama Blackie, can you talk to your daughter, pretty girl, and have her bring your grandbabies back? I guess she got pissed off because they was coming to the house. They stay in there for a little bit and eat with the other cats. So I just don't understand what happened, I cleaned I guess you call it a humidifier. I cleaned that out. I had some calcium in it. I guess I had to put one of them filters things on my water faucet in the kitchen. to help, for washing dishes, you don't need to turn it on. But you turn the knob on it, and it filters the water. If you know what I mean. I want to thank the people who have subscribed in the last 24 hours. God bless you. And some of you, I subscribe to your channel to help you out just like you helped me out. And I got a whole lot of views on that computer that I done in the video that I've been told by experts, people on YouTube, and all this. So if you send any donations, like I requested, like money orders, stuff like that, I tell you, but if you want a receipt for anything, since I'm not getting paid by YouTube or anything like that, I need your name and your address, and I send you a receipt that I received so-and-so from you, this and that. I know who got $1,800 to buy me a computer. I don't know what it costs on Amazon. I'm not much of an Amazon freak like my son is. He orders all kinds of stuff when he got the money to spare. I don't tell him what to do with his money or anything. He's supposed to call a lawyer, have his will made up, this and that. He wants me to do it since I'm 70 plus years old. But I thank God this morning when I got up to be alive another day. I figured Pepsi would send me, a letter. And like if Pepsi was to send me a letter to my post office box, I have to verify who it is. Because I don't want to give out any personal information unless I can verify who you are. I got one kid I don't see that much, is a police officer. I'm not going to say what state or what department or anything like that. So, because they got their own life to live with a family, this and that. I'm not going to say if it's a boy or a girl. But I do have a family member who's in the police category. I'm not going to say state or federal or DEA or Homeland Security, because that's really nobody's business. So, I just got done watching Bravo Street Media. He just went off the air, as you say it, but you all want to understand, go to public safety and check him out.
Unknown injuries, 12 crossing, Control Road, 14 Control Road, 12 feet
Boy, I wish I was out in a mobile. I could bring you a good wreck. But I'm not there. I'm about 11 subscribers away from 100. So, so,
Central Squad 62, we're good for additional.
so,
Squad 62, you're responding on a 39-year-old female who was exposed to some kind of coconut aerosol body spray. Her EpiPen was given 3 to 5 minutes ago. She's unable to speak at this time. She does have swelling in her neck and is wheezing. She does have for the EpiPen.
I'm looking for other YouTube live channels, and I don't think Roger's on there yet. Or let's see, today's Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. I had to think what day it was. So I done a video. I went out and showed you the creek and this and that. And, you know, I told you last night my nose was itching. I did have company. It was a tree trimming service. And I told him, I said, you know, I told you all when you all came out there and cut the tree up where that you all put, RMC put the new pole in last year. They just cut everything and put it over in the ditch line. He didn't seem to be too happy about it. I don't think he was a supervisor or what, but I told him, I said, this is a private road. RMC has no right-of-way through here. Cause back when these homes was built, the people pay for the poles, they pay to run the water. There is no right-of-way for them. You might get permission from the first and the third one, but without my permission, I said, you cannot come down this road to trim any trees. And what I want, you have to either trim this tree or cut the whole damn thing down. That'd be the first thing you have to do before you touch any of the other trees. I said, if I catch any of your crew out here cutting other trees before mine, I'm going to call the cops on you and have you arrested for trespassing, you know. But, you know, that's only my opinion. And I tell you, you know the rules. You respect other people YouTube channels. You know the rules. Some of them don't allow politics on here. But, you know, I talk about everything. I talk about diabetes. There must be a Lexi and Wildcat. Yeah, Lexi's the baby. She's the baby of Alex. So there's my scanner in the background. So Alex is laying on my bad arm there. You know, it takes my mind off the pain. I checked my app on my automobile. It hasn't settled yet. Like they told me in the paperwork, they get to check from the asshole American Family Insurance Company. Then they deposit into their checking account. Then they write the check out for my automobile insurance. Then Medicaid, Medicare, and all that, pay them back. Then I get a check for $1,000. That's a bunch of bullshit. When they told me that I get at least 100,000, and they lied to me. But here's the catch. And nothing was in fucking writing. I'm sorry, but I ain't got my shirt on. You have to live with it. Well, I was listening to his girlfriend on for public safety talking. She interviewed a guy who's on YouTube. I think he goes by Rogue, Rogue or something. Facebook put him, not Facebook, but YouTube put him in YouTube jail for, I guess, 30 days. I don't know what he did, but he's good friends for public safety. The public safety person got arrested, I say yesterday, by Clark County Sheriff. Because of the crooks in Meade County, Kentucky. You can look that up on the map. You know, the jailer, what they call in Kentucky, they're elected. People in Kentucky votes the jailer in. Where Indiana, the sheriff is in charge of the jail. Because the sheriff gets so much money from each person that gets arrested. You know, they take you down there and you bond out. No matter if you're there 5 minutes, he get paid for the whole damn day for you. Like I said, Clark County is crooked. And why Jamie Noe done what he did, I don't know. Why did he steal from the fire department? Why did he steal from New Chapel ambulance service? You know, that I don't know. There's been nothing on the news about his wife getting arrested. Maybe his girlfriend's going to get arrested. Did she report that on her tax return? Because when you get, file your taxes, you got to report your child support you paid. You have to report if you receive child support on your taxes. So I wonder if they did it. Wonder if they're going to charge his girlfriend. But if you go to YouTube, type in Jamie Noe, you see news media people reporting on it. As I say, all people is innocent until proven guilty. But in Clark County, Indiana, you're guilty until you prove yourself innocent. It might be like it in other states, but I will make that a point that you're innocent until proven. Socks, you too close to my head if you fall asleep. Hey, come on, get out. You up there sleeping. You know what happens when you go to sleep? You fall out of the window. And you too close to my table. I took 2 bags of that cat stuff out and dumped that. I just got out of the bathtub a while ago. You talk, man. Hello, Michael. Well, I don't know. This year, where I live in Clark County and up the road in Scott County, that is the worst people ever seen flies in their house. I don't know why. I keep everything clean, sweep, vacuum, mop, like it. I don't know where in the hell they're coming from. In my son's room, when he's here, he already got one of those fly traps. Let me turn my camera out. See, that's I put one up the other day. That's only 24 hours. I don't know why I got so many. I've asked other people. They don't know why. So, maybe somebody tell me why I got so many damn flies. There's one on my glasses. But I put some of that stuff in my, I guess you call it a humidifier that you can buy at Walmart, places like that. You put water in it. I put a few drops of that Labrador, whatever you call it, in it. Last night, it done real good. Like I said, welcome to YouTube. I'm using an iPhone, what they call iPhone SE Series 3. And I'm using Prison Live Studio on my cell phone. I had to ask A1 Media, he's in Bakersfield, California. He's using the iPhone and the same studio thing that I'm using. If you see some of my first video, it was vertical instead of the landscape mode. He told me how to do that. And, one video, if you watch it, it's about a computer. And I got a computer, an HP laptop computer. I got Prism on that. I cannot run Prism on my laptop. And this is my first iPhone. I've always had like Samsung. The one I had before this was a Samsung Galaxy Halo 7. The only problem I have was the Samsung where you plug your phone cord in. It got loose. So with the insurance I had on through that cell carrier, I got another one. But the SOB insurance company sent me exactly the same phone that I had. It was less than 30 days. You figure you get a replacement phone, it'll have some kind of warranty on it. But hell no, they want another, you call it co-pay or something, was $50-some odd. I told them to take that shit and shove it up their butt. Man, I hate to turn it up on high because then it start really fogging this place up in here. So, let you know something about me because I don't recognize the name. I'm 70 plus years old. I had 4 heart attacks. The last one put me in the hospital almost 2 weeks. I had 40% blockage. I'm lucky it wasn't 60% because they would put a stent in. But the doctor, my heart doctor, he got caught with his fingers in his tail, putting pacemakers in that people didn't need. And this happened somewhere in Kentucky at a hospital. Knock on wood, they caught him before they got to me. And he got 42 months. He had his insurance had to pay so much. When he gets out of federal prison like that, so, you know, so I just got a notification that this other YouTube that I always watch in Bakersfield is a RD on the scene. You know. So, where you go? And like I say, I'm 70 plus years old. I live on a fixed income between $800 and $900 a month. It's hard to live on something like that. You know, I get paid like the 3rd of every month, so February will be the 2nd, because the 3rd is on Saturday. You know, I like to sleep with my window open in the wintertime. But you see how small them holes are in your screen. I guess those flies can get through there, but I haven't had them open this winter. I like to sleep with my window open, get some of that good, fresh country air. I pay all my bills. I had to update my data on my phone from 5 gig to unlimited gig. Where when I'm out in my automobile, when I live stream, I got plenty of data, don't have to worry about it. I live about 16 to 19 miles north of Louisville, Kentucky. If you look at a map, you know, 16-mile marker is Memphis, Indiana, where they got 3 truck stops. And the 19, I think it's the 19, I keep wanting to say 18, but I think it's the 19, the Henryville exit. If you remember, over 5 years ago, it might be close to 10 years, they had a tornado come through. And it destroyed the Henryville High School. It turned over a few school buses. And the Catholic church is right next to the school. It missed that. From across the Catholic school, there was another church. It didn't do any damage there. It done some around Charlestown, Indiana, Otisco, Marysville. So, you know, it was bad back there then. But I was a city boy. I used to live in Charlestown for 60 plus years. Charleston had a crooked mayor. His name was Bob Hall. He didn't want no low-income people. I live in what they call the Pleasant Ridge subdivision. Them houses are built in the 40s. Few of them had basements in it. you had at least 2 slum landlords. All they worried about collecting the money. I bet that's everywhere in the United States. So, but you know, he called people at 48,000 below scumbags. Back there that year, the police officers made around $48,000. Because I went to the town meeting that they held at a church, which the city of Charleston, I guess, bought it from the church. But I didn't give my okay on it because I was still a member of that church. And they call it the A&E Center, which is on the corner of Water and I think Harrison. And, you know, with my income at that time, I couldn't afford rent. Rent was either between $500 and $1,500 a month. That don't include your utility bill. There's no damn way I could afford it. But the police officer, they was pissed off because he called them scumbags too. And the kids that lived up there in the Pleasant Ridge area in Charlestown, you know, I was in the 6th grade when they built the new Jonathan Jennings School. They had the best basketball team, the best of everything. Hey, Alex, that's your baby sister Nancy you picking on. You even treat your own baby like that. They get close to you, you get pissed off at them. And people, don't ask me how come I got so many damn flies. This year in southern Indiana, everybody I talk to, they never have seen that. You put one fly trap, it'll last you a month. But I replace them, you know, every 3 days. And Walmart in Scottsburg, which is up the road, they can't keep it in stock. So that shows you how bad the flies is in this part of Indiana. So I just don't know. I guess it's not putting my mist. Yeah, it's putting it out. So I just can't understand what the problem is with flies. You know, you keep everything clean and all that. I just can't understand the damn problems. So, I'm sorry, but man, I hate them son of bitches. I don't mind one fly, but you got over 50 flies, you got dead flies that sticks to that. I don't know what draws up to them fly strips, but they work. But so when I get some extra money, I guess Walmart has it. It's an indoor, outside, you know, flies, mosquitoes. I'm going to hang them up in my room somehow. I might have to get one of them, I guess you call it a corkscrew that got a hook on it where I can hang it up. And I might have to buy a extension cord where I can plug it in. You know, it got that light in it and all this, and it zaps them. So that's something I'm looking to in the next probably 30 days or something. I might have to order it from Walmart because I don't think they carry them in stock. I want to thank you. I guess you call it Michelle Cushion. I want to say Michael, but my bitch. Okay, sorry if I get your name wrong. You damn flies. Come on, things. Start doing your thing. Turn it up on high. They're putting the mist out, but I don't want to turn it towards me because that mist is part of the water. So, as you know the rules on YouTube, you got to have 1,000 subscribers. You got to have 4,000 watch hours or something like it. You could type that into your search engine, you find out that I'm telling you the truth. I don't get... See, I told you, didn't I? I told you, didn't I? Right here. That makes, what, the 6th time you fell out of the damn window? You landed on the other cat. You lucky they was there to catch your fall. When you fall, you don't come out and land on your feet. Kitty cats are supposed to land on their feet. For some reason, you don't do it. I know you're over 12 years old, but damn. You keep falling like it, you're going to hit your head on the table and kill yourself. You're the oldest tomcat who's been fixed. But maybe you're getting a little senile like I am, you know. You can sit up in the window as long as you don't go take your cat nap. Okay, baby? You've been sleeping down here on the bed all day, except you get up in the window, you go to sleep, and you fall out every time you go to sleep. Like I said, that's not that wide. You know how wide it is, like a 1x4, but it's not really a 1x4. It's bigger than a 1x2, so. But I watch a whole lot of videos, like public safety. I love it. He's from Southern Indiana. I don't know what part of Southern Indiana, but I say he lives in Clark County, Indiana, since Clark County Sheriff arrested him, I say yesterday. So, and since I don't get paid, that's how come I ask for donations. And I know when I do live stream in my automobile, I get more subscribers. But I can't do it without gasoline. So, you know, that's how come I, donate to me at my post office box 1, Charlestown, Indiana. And I always recommend get a post office money order. And I always tell them, I said, put a note in it with your name and your address. I send you a receipt that I receive it for your tax purposes. But since I'm not a full-blooded YouTuber until I get 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 hours of watch videos where you watch them, I guess, the way I understand it. But I'm a rookie. So, like I said, I'm 70 plus years old. I own my own house for over 5 years. There's different places you can get a home loan, the bank, this and that, HUD. USDA, VA, FHA. I went with USDA in case you people plan to be a first-time home buyer or maybe a second-time home buyer. I done a video on the first-time home buyer in the video when I first started to let people know what they need to do. At the time I done mine, USDA, you know how the government, they want to change things around. I told them what I went through. I tell them about the inspection, to see, to ask questions. I tell them go to Mike Holmes' video on YouTube, and he's an inspector. He finds things that the home inspection didn't find, or they didn't tell the homeowner, stuff like that. He got that, I guess, an infrared camera where he could see around your windows where cold air is coming, and he could check your walls. I tell people the questions you need to ask your real estate agent, because sometimes they recommend one. But here, in Kentucky, you got to be licensed by the state of Kentucky in each field. Plumbing, building houses, commercial buildings. That's questions you ask your real estate agent. Is he or she licensed on building, plumbing, and electric, and air conditioning, and furnace, heat pumps, septic tanks if you're out in the country? See if they hold a license, Some of them just go to school and they probably build a house, never watered a house, or insulated a house. My nose is itching again. Tomorrow's Friday, so maybe I have some company again tomorrow. I hope not. Unless they drop $1 million off. That way I can get me a new laptop. That I done on a laptop that they said I need. I even asked, I got a few people that owns a computer shop that I can trust. So yeah, that's the computer you need. It's a gaming computer. Prism, what it says when I tried to bring up Prism on my laptop, it says something about HDR, not compatible, or won't run Prism or something, if it tells you anything. Okay, Josh, as I've told Cushion there, well, for some reason this year in southern Indiana, I live in Clark. I've asked people in Scott County that lives in the city. They never have seen that many flies. You can put one fly strip up. That might be a month or so before you have to change your fly strips, which I talked to the people at Walmart up there in Scottsburg, Indiana. That's the closest one, instead of driving 20 miles south of me, give or take a little. And they cannot keep those fly strips in. They never heard of that many flies in the area, so I don't know why that many flies. I sweep, vacuum, mop, keep my cat box cleaned out. I just, I keep my trash picked up, take them outside. If there's paper products, I can burn that here in Indiana. Since I live out in the country, city's a little bit different. So when my humidifier get going, them flies hates that Labrador. But I had a person tell me, not last night, maybe a couple of nights before, get this candle. It starts with CIC something. Get it and burn it, and it help you on your flies. I guess maybe it kills them, but this is the wrong time of the year to get Venus flytrap. Man, them cotton picking Venus flytrap, they'll be healthy, you know. They'll kill a bunch of flies. But hello, road dog. How you doing this fine Thursday night? Well, my time. You kidding me? You know how much that SDS 200 cost me? You can't buy a P25 800 megahertz scanner for $100. I got $1,000 in it. That's one that cost me from a scanning people like Bearcat Warehouse, and I forget the other one. Because I had the state put in it in the county I live in. Then I had what they call DMR put in it, because some police departments use DMR. And the other one I had put in, I think it's NXDR or something like that. You know what it is, but that thing cost me $1,000 time I add all that into it. But it depends if you want a Volkswagen or a Lamborghini. You could say I got the Lamborghini of the scanner. I'd be lost with it, because that keeps me going at night. Man, I would have to be out of my mind to sell you that scanner for that price. I'd be losing $900, a little bit over $900. That's with tax and everything. It was $1,000. I add all that into it. But you ain't gonna buy an SDS 200 for $100. They got the handheld unit. If you add the same thing that I got in the SDS 200, it's gonna cost you $1,000. Cause I want everything I can get in it. And like I said, I'm about 16 to 20 miles away from Louisville, Kentucky. They're on the 800 P25 frequency. I can't pick them up. But I can get on 65, go southbound. I get about the 4-mile marker, which is Clarksville, around Clarksville, Indiana. I can pick them up. But where I live out in the country, about 19 miles away from Louisville, I can't pick them up. You know, that's weird, you know. No, I clean my box out every day. If I open my door up, you can't smell the cat. I don't use cat litter. I get this called horse pellets from Tractor's Flies, pine scented. And all I do is take my little scooper and clean out number 2. I don't see any flies in the cat box. But I told you about the other people. Asking if they got dogs and cats. They said no. Them people got more money than I do. They make way over $65,000 a year. And they've never seen flies that worse, in all the years they lived, Scottsburg, Scott County, Clark County, Charlestown. I've talked to people where I used to live. They've never seen it. And they got new homes, some of them, and they got flies like I do. They can't understand why. So, nobody can explain why. I got more cats outside than I do inside. I got maybe 10 cats inside. In the living room and kitchen, I don't have it. It's just here in the bedroom. In my son's room, he got one of those fly strips, you unroll it and you hang it to your ceiling. He has one. He only has to change his but every 2 months. Cat goes in his room, but he don't have the flies. I know during the summer I might have my windows open. That could be a possibility, but I like to open this window up right here when it's cold outside, where I can breathe that fresh country air. I'm going to throw in a sponsor. I don't get paid since I got diabetes. I'll let people know, if they like drinks, they might not like Pepsi, but I like Pepsi. So when they came out with Pepsi Zero Sugar, I got it in my glass here. Since I went to zero sugar on my Pepsi, my sugar A1C went down, plus the metformin I take and that old Ozempic I take. I had this back in 2020, 21, 22, 23. I didn't have this many flies, Well, I did the last part of, December. Or maybe November, somewhere in there. I've never seen that many flies. And I've talked to people that don't have cats. They just can't understand why there's so many flies. They have asked other people. Everybody's having this problem. There's a thing popped up on the news that we getting invaded in the United States. Was it CICUD, CICUD, or whatever, that we get invaded this year. So maybe the flies is part of it. Hell, I don't know. Like I say, I live out in the country. There's no cows close to me. So I just can't understand why. I was told to get these fly traps. Man, they fill up like crazy. I got one in the living room. I got 2 of them in there. I got one by the door, hanging up on the ceiling. If they come in the door, that could be a possibility. But I keep the temperature in the house at 69 degrees. To me, with diabetes, that's cold as hell in my book. But I try to keep my look at. So, come on, flies, leave. Damn people complaining about you son of bitches. And I tried flying insect spray. That don't work. I'm going to, a week from tomorrow when I get paid, I would go and try to find me those candles that you can use. I think it's CIC something candles. I don't know if I have to go to a flower shop or a special store. I just don't know. But, you know, in the wintertime, you live out in the country. If you don't live out in the country, maybe in the city, you got to have cats in and out. Because those little four-legged mice, you know how little they are. They can find the tiniest hole and get in. When I first moved in this house, brought my cats in, I had a mouse committed suicide. He was in the toilet. I flushed his butt down the toilet, but, you know, they keep the mice population down. When it's wintertime, the mice are going to come in the house. But my outside cats, they take care of the mice on the outside. So, I just can't I hate to turn my humidifier and put that mess out because sometimes it gets a little smoky in here. You know, that mist. But like I say, when I get some of that money, like I tell people, I'm only getting $1,000 because the lawyer gets 40% of it. So, time I pay my automobile insurance, because if you got full coverage, if it's like mine, they pay the first $5,000. You know, then if you got Medicare or Medicaid, you got to pay them some of the bitches back. You know, that's the problem. You pay everybody back, the less shit you get. You know, I say my lawyers is not that good. They're guaranteeing me $100,000. But here's the catch. I got nothing in fucking writing. So people, if you're ever in a car wreck and it's not your fault, make sure you get it in writing what they're going to go for you. Make sure you got plenty doctor bills. Make sure you got everything. I got about $7,000 out of my car minus $1,400. That's how I got that new scanner. Because my other scanner I had is, what was it? Mobile Patrol or something. It finally gave out, so I had to get me another one. But I looked on YouTube about the SDS 200 and the 100. Maybe I should have got the 100, but I never thought I was going to do live streaming on YouTube. But, you know, you're learning from your mistakes. And if you look, it does look like I got a mask on my face. Right here. I got a wrinkle and a half. My face was fuller. But since I take that Ozempic, which you use it for diabetes and to lose weight, I hope you got good insurance because you can't afford it if you ain't got insurance. It's about $1,000 for a month. So you're looking at quite a bit of money. You're looking at over $1,200, over, no, $1,000, $10,000, $11,000, $12,000 a year if you don't have insurance. So, people, as I told you, I do not get paid from YouTube like the other people, because they got over 1,000 subscribers. They got over 4,000 watch hours. So, you know, I'm letting you know, until I get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, you know, that tells you I don't get nothing from YouTube. I know you all donate through YouTube, then YouTube would pay me. But since I'm not full-blooded YouTuber yet, till I get all those things, that's how come I ask for donations. That's the only way I can give any money is to, I know you all, for some of the comments, you want me to do more live streaming in my vehicle. I can't do it without gas. You can guess what a house payment is, you know. Time of closing costs and everything, and $1,000 added on there for the first year homeowner's insurance. I paid $52,000 for this house. To me, you would classify it as a tiny house, 2 bedrooms, but 600 and some odd square feet, about an acre of ground. You know, I tell people about my medical problems. This is my story, and I've explained it to people in case any of my grandchildren and this or that wants to know my medical history. If I'm dead, how are they going to know what is Grandpa's medical history or Grandma or stuff like that? How would they know? This is one reason I put what's wrong with me, you know, diabetes, strokes, heart attack, high blood pressure. And, you know, that's how come I do it. Some people say, why is he talking about going to the doctor? It's more like a diary, like the girls and ladies had, you know, as part of their life. And I do this for my family. And if I help somebody out who has diabetes, talking about sugar-free Pepsi, they might not like Pepsi products, but there's other sugar-free. I'm just telling them what I went through, you know, going through with diabetes. I tell them about Ozempic. That's a shot you take once a week. But the only side effects for me is your taste buds. Any food I eat doesn't taste the same. It tastes weird. I got another problem, which I told my doctor Monday about my throat here. I guess you call that your esophagus or something. They set me up with, I guess, a specialist, which they own a hospital. That's all they specialize in, where they put that scope down your throat, take pictures all the way down to your stomach. And people know it's not acid reflux. I've took medicine, and I still have the same problem of it closing, and I can't breathe. You know, if I had to, I couldn't call 911 because I couldn't talk. Sometimes it might last for 10 minutes. I seen where it goes 4 days, 3 to 4 days. So that's a bad feeling, when you don't eat or can't drink any liquid, I try water. And as soon as I drink that water, you got this bubbling, like air bubbles in your throat. So, I try to explain some of my medical conditions. It might help them out, everybody's body's different. All right, that looks like RD on the scene came up on an accident. Everybody's body's different. All right, that looks like RD on the scene came up on an accident. Everybody's body's different.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's the first time I've ever seen that.
Like RD on the scene with A1 Media, Bakersfield Media, White T-shirt Media,
They said 7 patients.
So,
Information only from Control 1. Attempt to locate in the area 1330 Oregon
That's
Street.
another one.
what I like about California, go back to Adam 12. You all remember Adam 12. Black and white police cars. I like to see all city police vehicles black and white. I think they're beautiful. And I don't know if the state police would go black and white or not, but I think they look nice. But I see in Bakersfield, they using those Ford Taurus, which to me, they're not really a police interceptor. It's a regular Ford Taurus. In my book, the people I've talked to say that's a regular Ford Taurus. It's no different from any other Ford Taurus. So, but I see Chip, CHP, they use those Dodge Charger pursuit vehicles. Some of them got those Dodge Durango. Man, it's getting foggy in here. I might have to turn it down a little bit. So, I think Bakersfield Fire Department and Police Department does a fine job. So, I'm throwing something out that God wants me to do. It's a donation, but not to me. You see it advertised on TV in your state. One is Danny Thomas. That's St. Jude. That's for God's children. He wants you to help on that. And another one is probably on your local TV station is the Shriners. They help out all kinds of children. Shriners is part of the Masons. My dad was a Mason of Lodge 226 in Charlestown, Indiana. My mom was a member of Eastern Star. That's the wives of the husband in the Mason. She was a grand organist for the state of Indiana. And they got things for girls. They called Job's Daughters. But I don't think they had anything for young kids. I can't remember anything for young boys, but if they did, I would have been in it. Yeah, Adam 12 is a TV show. And you had, I forget, the one guy I think played on Route 66 or something like that. But Adam 12 was a police show, just like Dragnet was. And they're in California. And Adam 12, you can still see some reruns. I forget what TV station it comes on. It's Adam 12. You know, look, type in your search engine, find out what TV station it comes into your, in your area. Like, you have Pete Molloy and Officer Reed. But I forget what their real names are in real life. Maybe Kemp McCoy, or I can't remember what their real names is. Yeah, Adam 12 is a real TV show. I don't know. Maybe it was filmed in Los Angeles back in the 60s, 70s, somewhere back there then. They had those Dodge, I don't know what kind of Dodge they was. I guess the square tail lights. And then the sergeant had a station wagon. They did have SWAT teams back there during the Adam 12 show. You know, I think when they got a radio call, they said 1 Adam 12, and they answered this and that. So it's getting foggy in here. I still got a few flies, but they disappeared. Come on, fly, get in that mist. I don't know if that Labrador killed them or they hate it or something, but I had to wash it out. You know, water, no matter where you live, got calcium in it. And my son had this little bottle. You put a few drops in your water, it keeps the calcium down. You know, makes it a whole lot better. You probably could watch it on YouTube. Just like Hogan Heroes, you know, Colonel Hogan and all that. It's on TV. If you remember Hogan Heroes. They was in a prison camp, supposedly in Germany. You have old Fatso Sergeant Shirks. So, you know, that tells you, know. And I don't know where you're from, Josh. If you're in Indiana, they used to have on Channel 4 WTTV on Saturday nights, Sammy Terry. He had a kind of white, makeup. He was scary. And I was a little old thing Saturday night, sit there and watch it with my mom. My mom loved to watch that, Sammy Terry on Saturday night. And I'm sitting there laying on the floor watching TV. I get scared. Sometimes I fall asleep, but Mom will wake me up and say, Tom, it's time to go to bed. So, that's some of the movies. I used to watch F Troop when I was young. And they had an airplane show they called Sky King. He had a twin twin engines, propeller. That was that was old black. Oh, you from Michigan? Okay. What, Detroit? I ain't been to Detroit, Michigan since 70. See, I had a 73 Monte Carlo. I took my friend, we went up to Detroit to pick up his sister. Her name is Carol. I fell in love, but, maybe I should have married her, but I did marry her, and she had a nice husband. They owned, wherever they lived, they owned two, what was it, skating rinks, I think, or bowling alley. I think it was skating rinks. This was years and years ago. That was back in 73 when I came to Detroit. And, we got up there, we left, we come down the interstate, pulled in the rest park where the cars parked, and we slept. Her brother was in the back seat, we was in the front seat, but you can guess, boys and girls would do, but we had fun. And when I started dating her, when I met her mom and dad, she said, if you're going to date me, you got to start watching soap operas. I said, man, is she worth all this, watching soap operas? I got in watching soap operas. I don't watch it like I used to. I used to watch them every day of the week. And now I look back, they got kids and they got kids, there's still a few old timers left, they're kind of old. Like, what's that one guy? I can't think of what his name is. There was Miss Chancellor and I forget the guy's name. He had a few children in the show. And I think it was Luke Spencer or Luke something. And, yeah, I know it's cold in Michigan. Because we had snow last week. We got 3 inches of snow. And last Friday, that main highways was clear. I usually go to Charlestown on Fridays and pick up the mail, pick my medicine up or his medicine up, and we stop at the store, because JC store there in Charlestown, and that's where, they got a drugstore inside of the JC store. And, so I don't know how many YouTube videos you watch. You can type into YouTube for Jamie Noel, Noel. He's the ex-sheriff of Clark County, Indiana. Well, like I say, you have to go to Jamie Noel on YouTube. That'd be the news stations. He had 15 charges and more to come, tax evasion, and last Tuesday, it was, I guess, something like a pretrial, but they didn't have a pretrial, but they threatened to arrest his wife. And if you pay child support, you supposed to report it on your income taxes. The person receives child support, they report it on their taxes. Well, him and his wife filed joint tax returns. So I wonder, she can't be that damn stupid. She knew he had a child by this other lady. She was on the county council in Clark County. And they sealed the records. Somehow the state police found out about that. He's the fire chief of Utica Fire Department. He's also the owner of a New Chapel ambulance service. He paid her over $21,000 out of either fire department or New Chapel. And like any other place, well, probably I would. Or you could call me Catman. I love my cats. My cats get treated better with all of my children is growing up. They eat better than I do. I don't eat any kind of fish at all. They get some fried chicken, they get some pork chops, they get some tuna fish, they get some bologna, they get some hot dogs, they get some chili. They eat better than I do. I hate to say it, but even the outside cats, they eat green beans and corn, mashed potatoes, they get treated good. But sometimes these cats gets on my nerves. They act like kids and they're terrible twos. Man, cats, when I need to get up where I can turn that down because it's getting too foggy in here. Oh. I got to take it easy getting up. If I get up too fast, I start getting dizzy. I know my sugar's okay. You can see it's starting to get foggy in here. So I turn it down. That's too much mist in here. So, cat hoarder, probably. No, that's one thing. The flies, they don't get that close. I'm so lucky, but there's people out there that does eat flies, fish and worms, they cook them, put them in the skillet. You got, what is it, the fish and worms in your tequila? Because I used to drink tequila that I started drinking and smoking marijuana when I was 12 years old. Blotter acid, I didn't start doing that until I was probably about 15, 16 years old. But everybody be proud of me. I've been sober 25 plus years from drugs and alcohol. So, I'm proud of myself. Cause back, late 60s, somewhere, I had a 63 Chevy Impala. I got $5 a week for allowance. And I would fill my car up. I go across the 2nd Street Bridge, which part of it, I guess, would be classified 31 Bridge, but I know it's the 2nd Street Bridge because when you go across it, you're on 2nd Street there in Louisville. I would go around the block and went to the beer depot, got me a case of beer. Then I come back across the river. I put the beer in the trunk because I wasn't 21. I was probably 16 years old, something like that. And I come across the bridge. I take the Eastern Boulevard exit. I think that's either exit 3, 4, somewhere in there. And come down Eastern Boulevard to, it used to be Highway 31, but then they changed the name to Lewis and Clark, the main drag through Clarksville. And got me a cheeseburger, fries, and a Coke. All of them $5. You can't do it today. I don't know. I sweep underneath my bed. You know, I sweep, then I vacuum, I mop. You know, like that. When them babies was little, they didn't know too much about cat boxes. They did shit underneath the bed, but they don't do it. They haven't done that for a few years. And I use Dawn dishwashing liquid. Because, you know, if you go out in the yard, a dog goes through your yard, or a cat, you're going to have fleas in your yard. Them fleas that jump up on your pants leg, you come in, they jump off of you and go to your cats or dogs. But the cats gets flea treatment. You know, flea collars or the stuff you put on their neck and towards their butt. You know, I don't have fleas. They don't have fleas. As hairy as I am, them fleas will be jumping on me, thinks I'm a cat, but so see, you see a bunch of skin hanging down since I lost way over 61 pounds in less than a year. So, like I say, them cats, you know, I usually put 2 cups of cat food, you know, those fast food large cups. I put that in their pan. And it's gone in no time. The only thing they could be feeding on in here is the water. I see some of them committed suicide, I guess, to get a drink of water, I guess. But, you know, they do commit suicide in the water bowl. I guess the only thing I could do is, you know, if I had the money, have him come in and fog the whole inside house. You know, the cats would have to be outside, but I think I got enough cages to put him in to come in and fog the place. Well, to me, to do it right, you had to put a tarp over the house and kill everything in the house. If you had roaches, fleas, any kind of bug, spiders, fog the SOB. So, you know, that's something to think. I don't know what they're feeding on. I'm not that tasty. But they get close to that mist, they take off. So since I got really misty in here, there's a few of them down there hiding. But that much misting going on. Come on, I can't even reach. I'm trying to look in, but like last night. But I had this humidifier putting that mist out long before I even got on YouTube and Twitch. So, there's a towel on RD on the scene. That's a newer model of mine. I don't know. I figure that somebody, two people mentioned that Labrador or laver or whatever it is, put it in your water and let it put a mist in. That's what I did. I put a couple of drops in. It takes care of, but that lavender also makes you sleep real good, good and relaxes you. And this one person mentioned a candle. Can't remember the name. It's I want to say CIC something candle. So that, I'm going to have to see where I can get that. Maybe I have to go to a candle shop or something. I know if it was summertime, I would have a Venus flytrap, but can you get them in the wintertime? I guess I can put that in the search engine and find out where can I get a Venus flytrap. I think it's too late in the year to get them, but I say in the next 30 days, I would get those electric traps, for mosquitoes and flies and that. I know Walmart got them for indoor, outdoor, so I'll get one that's classified as indoor and outdoor to help with the problem. So that'll help out, but, I took my bed out in the hallway, my mattress. I sweep underneath my bed, then I vacuum, then mop it, and all this. But it's weird. Oh, I forgot a few of them on what God wants me. The Humanity for Habitat. That's one God, they help build homes for veterans and low-income people. And another one that means so much to my heart, since I'm a veteran, is Wounded Warriors. So that's something that God wants me to put out there. But people, make a donation to me. Because until I get 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours, I don't get paid from YouTube. I know some of you have donated to YouTube when they live streaming. But I'm a rookie. I'm not a what they call full-fledged YouTuber until I get 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours, the way I understand it. I think I got maybe 500 watch hours. So that means I got about 3,500 more watch hours. You know, I've done a little painting, but I ran out of paint. I bought a gallon of white paint. You know, I paint my kitchen cabinets and some woodwork. By the time I got in here, I ran out of the white paint, which I get at Walmart. So it might be cheaper just get one of those electric sprayers where you put paint in. I can paint it in no time. But my medical problem won't let me be on my feet that long. You know, I got to get up because I can only lay in bed so long. I got to get up, walk around for a few minutes, and come back and get in bed. I got a chair, but that chair is not comfortable. You know, my house is not perfect. You know, if I didn't have all these medical problems, I could do a lot more. Like I say, I'm single. I'm in my 70s. I got high blood pressure. I got sugar problems. I had 4 heart attacks. You know, you got to be careful, even with heart attacks. There's certain things I can't do. You know, you got to obey the doctor if you want to live longer. But where the diabetes come from, I don't know. On my real dad's side of the family, see, I'm adopted. But my mother, my real mother, she was raped around 11, 12 years old. But she had me when she was 12, so I said maybe she got pregnant at 11 and a half. I consider myself as a black market baby because she wasn't the legal age to sign any paperwork. So I have 2 birth certificates. In a way, I'm glad I was adopted because I was raised in a Christian family. Dad was a Mason. Mom was in Eastern Star. She taught piano and organ lessons at the house. You know, I took care of her until my dumbass brother put her in the nursing home, had me arrested to get me out of the house. You know, like I say, people, don't trust your kinfolk. If you make a will, you know, you might not think your family will screw over you. Have a lawyer or 2 or 3 lawyers be the administrator where they have to go by that will. My brother did not go by Mom and Dad's will. I'm supposed to have $100,000 from my mama's estate, but did I get it? Hell no. I have life they had life insurance through the State Farm in Charlestown, which is Larry Reese. And I got screwed. I went down to collect the money from the life insurance. Well, that insurance agent is Dale Robertson. And anybody on here that might work for State Farm, you know, that State Farm guy, he's an asshole. Because it was made out to me. What did he do? My brother signed my name in front of him? Or what did Dale Robinson do? So I got screwed out over $20,000. My dad had a safety deposit box, but, you know, he's an asshole. So people, don't trust your family. If you're going to have a will made out, have a lawyer or maybe 2 or 3 lawyers in case one dies, it'll go to the next one. Have a lawyer be the administrator of your will. Because you get screwed. Just like my ex-wife who died December the 6th. She always told my son, Junior, that she did not want to be cremated. She wanted to be in a casket in the ground. His dumbass brother, number 2 and number 3, plan the funeral. He didn't get to put his 2 cents in. And they done everything without his okay. He's the firstborn. But that's how family is screwed you. They get what's coming to them. His number 2 brother and their uncle picked the tombstone out. They expect my son to pay for it. He said he ain't going to pay for it because that's not what he wants. He wanted a small stone because that's what his mother wanted. Well, his number 2 brother, he got about $350,000 in the bank. He only gets paid so much a month out of it. He can afford it. But like I say, his brother's an asshole. You gotta watch your family. You might not think your brothers or sisters will screw you. Wait until you lose a loved one, you see how they put the screws to you. My brother wasn't perfect either. He stole from the United States Marine Corps. He broke into his grandma's house when I was living there. I finally had to change the locks. He stole from my mom, broke in the house, stole a bunch of shit of mine, made a police report, filed an insurance claim. And my brother's got so much money, he lied his way out of it. You know, he's an asshole. But God will take care of him. I don't know how come family got to treat you this way. I took care of my mom up until she broke her hip. She agreed, made my brother agree to it. But I wish I recorded it. But who thinks of crap like that? He's your brother. He's family. But he's a crook. He's a scammer. He's everything I said he was. Even his phone wasn't in the name of Cartwright. Why does he have all his bills in different names? Who's he trying to hide from? Was he a baby raper when he was in Vietnam? Maybe that's why he's don't want anybody to know where he lives at. You know, that's something to think about. He like any other soldier that was in Vietnam. Raped those Vietnamese ladies. He drank alcohol. Did he smoke marijuana? I don't think he did, but I can't swear to it. But, you know, anything's possible. So I think I'll make this video 2 hours. Cause I'm at 1 hour and 45 minutes and 15 minutes. I think I get off of it. I think last night I was on there 3 or 4 hours, something like that. So, but people, to make a donation, Tom Cartwright, 4375 at Post Office Box 1, Charlestown, Indiana. And if you want to send gift card, you know, tell me what it's for and how much it is. You know, it's, you know, I told you I get my cat food at Tractor Supply. It's a 44-pound bag. They call it multiple cats. It's about $29 a bag without tax. You add 7% to, you know, it's 7 cents on a dollar. So every dollar you pay 7 cents. So that tells you what it is. You can look on Tractor Supplies and see if I'm lying. We got 2 PetSmarts. We got one in Jeffersonville and one in Clarksville on Veterans Parkway. That's down there by where my eye doctor is. So if that tells you anything. I'm going to have to put my socks on. My feet's getting cold. You know, if you're a diabetic, you get cold real quick. So, you know, just be careful. You know, take care of yourself. Maybe if I go live tomorrow, I'll turn that humidifier on early, where it'll take care of it. So, like I say, hit the bell. Hit the notification bell again where you get all notifications. Hit the thumbs up. Share it with your friends. And people that's on Twitch, share it with your friends. Go to YouTube and hit the subscribe bell. You send a donation, you know. I don't have a savings account, so it takes $100 to open up a savings account. As long as you do a post office money order, I wouldn't have to wait on it to clear the bank or the post office. Or if you want to send a cashier check for whatever, that way I can open a savings account with it and deposit there, but have a note in with it telling me what you want me to use it for. and I send you some kind of receipt for your records to for your tax thing, you know. I think that's what YouTube does. You have a record of it. And I gotta have a record for me, I guess, for taxes. But since I've been on Social Security, they don't take out taxes. So, man, if they was to take taxes out of my check, I'd be lucky to get $600 a month. So, who's snoring? Is that you snoring, Socks? So, you know, like I said, watch my videos. You heard me talk about the computer. There's a video that I've done. That's the computer that people has told me on Twitch, told me on YouTube. I talked to a person who works on computer. He said that's what you need. You know, I can't run prison on my HP laptop. It pops up HDR not compatible or something like that. It won't run Prison Live Studio. But I can watch YouTube on my computer. So I just can't live stream just by using Prison. So since I ain't a full-fledged member of YouTube until I get 1,000 subscribers, I was hoping to get 100 subscribers tonight. So I ain't got anything to pop up on my screen about it. So, people, you know I got kitty cats. If you got cats, you know what kitty cat likes. You can send it to my post office box. It's Post Office Box 1, Charlestown, Indiana, 47111. You make any kind of donation. And somebody said, how's a laptop computer going to fit in them mail slots? Well, at Charlestown Post Office, they got big boxes in the lobby. You can put a laptop computer in them. So, you know, I'm not a person who plays as what they classify as a gaming person. But the way prison set it up, that's what you got to have. It's like a gaming computer with a good something GeForce graphic card. Well, you just have to look at that video. So, I hope I can explain everything. I told you my medical problems. I tell you how much I get a month from Social Security. You know, see, when you're on a low income, you have to live off a budget. You know, you got to live within your means. I figure what my electric bill be a month, my water bill be a month, gasoline a month, my cell phone bill, and all that. My cell phone bill will be going up $20 a month because I had to update my data plan where I can bring your live streams in my vehicle. Because I only have 5 gigs a day that, when you're at home, you use the Wi-Fi. So you really don't use your data plan. And tomorrow I'll probably live stream on my way to Charlestown. And after we leave the post office, go to my drugstore, then we go to his drugstore, which is JC store. I will end my feed. Will I start it up again? Probably not. But, sometimes I ain't got nothing to talk about. So, I'm going to get off of here. Because my pain medicine and all that began to kick in. So I want to wish you all good evening, wherever you're at in the world or United States. So please make a donation because I want to do more live streaming in my automobile. I don't want to use my cell phone. When you're holding your cell phone like this, your hand. I got my laptop sitting on my lap where I'm looking at RD on the scene. So, please help me out. God reward the people. I know you can't afford it, but even if it was $5, it's going to, get a money order and a stamp and an envelope. It's going to cost more than $5. I understand it. But God is going to choose the people who probably He wants it. He knows it. They're very good Christian people. So I want to thank of you. If any of you has donated, like I said, I'll be going to the post office on Friday sometime after 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. So you all have a great night. Sleep, share the video, tell your friends. Some of them might be first-time home buyers. If you got any questions, you can contact me however YouTube does it. So, that way we do it one-on-one. So I want to thank you. If you subscribe, you got a YouTube channel, I hit your subscribe button. So I've done that. So I want to thank you and all that out there in the YouTube world. Don't get mad at me because I don't have my shirt on, but, when I'm laying in bed like this, it feels like I got a straitjacket on. And when you send a gift card or a post office money order, put a note in it. Tell me if you want me to use it for gasoline or whatever. Or put it on my cell phone bill. With the insurance I had on it was $38, so I dropped the $8 since I got an iPhone. iPhone got insurance, so my phone bill has risen $20. It's $50 a month for me to make you all happy. I know you said, why is he talking about his medical problems? There's other people got medical problems just like me. We can help each other out. How to deal with it, stuff like that, so that's, we can help each other out. There's a person that other night had diabetes, take some of the same medicine, Like I say, I've been sober from alcohol and drugs 25 years. And he been sober about 3 years, which I said, don't give up. Keep going. You can make it just like I did. If you get upset, don't go back to alcohol. And I told this person, I said, I bet you feel a whole lot better since you don't drink. And he said, I do feel a lot better. I got more money than what I did when I was drinking. So I would say, God bless you all. It's 2 hours and a minute. I'll see you later. God bless you. God loves you all. Have a good night and sweet dreams.